Hello, good morning, what's going on? If you haven't already, go and check out my most recent post and give the comment a little tickle, go give it a read and digest it a little. I want to share some words on something that really makes a big difference in your quality of life. You want to understand that all of life is coming at you at the speed of light, and within those light particles is positive and negative. All the things that you think are positive now, you will eventually realize that it comes with a negative, and all the things that you think are negative now, you'll eventually realize there's a positive in it. And if you really understand this at your core, then anything that comes at you or happens to you in the life, you're gonna, if you perceive it negatively at first, you'll be looking, where's the positive? Oh, there it is, hello. And if things are really positive, you'll be thinking, oh God, what's the drawback here? And when you go and find the drawback, you neutralize your fantasy and naivety, and it pulls you back into presence. Likewise, on the other situation, when you go and find the blessings in things, you neutralize fear and resentment, and it pulls you back into presence. At the point of presence, your mind is operating maximally. You have the highest probability of thinking creatively and tapping your inspiration and tapping your genius. This is where you create mastery. But it's called being poised. But the alternative is being poisoned by your emotions. Now, I've been sharing this kind of stuff for many, many years now, and I find that people sort of grasp it and sort of understand it at a degree. But even the people who sort of intellectualize that, they still get themselves in these situations where, yeah, I understand that everything is balanced and I can look for the blessings and look for the drawbacks and neutralize myself and get back into presence and poise. But this happened. They did this, and that's a bad thing. You know, my relationship, my partner, my boss, something fucking happened. So there are exceptions to this law in many people's minds. And these exceptions, by the way, are created from their polarized understanding. And so these are perpetuated in things like relationships are meant to be happy. Relationships are meant to be peaceful and supportive. So show me one single fucking relationship in the history of humanity that's always been one-sided, positive, happy, peaceful, supportive. I bet you can't find a fucking single one. They're both. They're meant to be both. And to the degree you understand this, you have fun. And to the degree that you don't, you're gonna have a mutt of a time. Coin toss, 50-50. Imagine here, if you were doing this coin toss like 1,000, 10,000 times a day, and you had this ridiculous belief that it's meant to land on heads every time. When it lands on heads, you think, fuck yeah. You get all excited, you get elated, you get a little bit euphoric, and you get dopamine, you can become a dope. But imagine now when it lands on tails. Imagine being here thinking, fuck, something's wrong. Something's wrong with the coin, something's wrong with me. This is terrible. And you get depressed. 50% of the time, you're gonna get depressed. Could you imagine the volatilities in that relationship? This is how people live their fucking relationships. It's called bipolar, because they're addicted to the one pole, they're addicted to one side. And they get nailed every time the other side shows up. And drugs isn't gonna fix that. If you got bipolar and you're popping pills, the reason you got bipolar isn't because you got a lack of the fucking drugs coursing through your veins. It's because your understanding of the universe is fucking misaligned. You're frustrated. Everything's fucked up. Government's fucked. My partner's fucked. Wife's a bitch. Husband's a cockhead. Friends and all the thing. Oh, the world's a shitbox. And you have a fucking shitty life with that kind of belief. Oh my gosh. Imagine for a second the quality of life that you could have if it didn't matter what side of the coin was showing up. Heads or tails, positive or negative, good or bad, happy or sad, peace or war, cooperation or competition. No matter what showed up, fuck yeah, I'm growing, I'm having a hoot, bring it on.